How's it going, everybody? Tim Cass here with an update for Monday, November 26, 2012. And last week, on the 20th, Andrew Auernheimer, a prominent hacker and internet troll, was convicted of 1 count of identity fraud and 1 count of conspiracy to access a computer without authorization. Now, this case stems back to an incident in 2010 when Auernheimer noticed a flaw in an AT&T server that was publishing the emails of iPad 3G users. A user ID would be attached to the end of a URL to access an AT&T server. It would then send back the name and email address of the user associated with that ID. Auernheimer noticed this, so he thought, maybe I'll add a 1 to the end of the user ID and see what happens. Sure enough, it sent him back the information for that user. He then created a script that would automatically scroll through the URLs, moving 1 digit at a time through the user IDs, and this returned back 114,000 emails and names of people who were using the iPad 3G. Some of the people included were New York City Mayor Bloomberg, as well as Mayor of Chicago Rahm Emanuel, and celebrities and other politicians. Now, when it comes to computer hackers, there's generally 3 camps. There's black hat hackers, there's white hat hackers, and then there's gray hat hackers right in the middle. Black hat hackers tend to do things for self-gain, they act a bit maliciously, and white hat hackers are doing things for security firms and generally working to protect companies, people, individuals, etc. And gray hat hackers are generally in between, so you can say anonymous and telecomic somewhere fall in the middle, and this is where Auernheimer sits. Now, Auernheimer says that he collected the names and email addresses from the security flaw to prove that it existed. He then told Gawker about it, who published a story. Sure enough, AT&T then responded saying that the leak was a result of malicious hackers, even though Auernheimer used no security bypass whatsoever to access any of this information. I had a chance to speak with Weave in New York just a few days ago. Here's what he had to say.
The government's argument hinges upon the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. This is a law that was written in 1986. I was 1 year old. The internet did not exist yet, and there wasn't HTTP. Like, every server that existed then had a dial-up modem on it and a password prompt. It wasn't like you could accidentally, have unauthorized access to something. Now we all access what's called a protected computer by the CFAA, and a protected computer is anything with a network connection. We all access servers at any time, every day. We wantonly click a link, and you've never had permission to go to Google, right? Like Google's not giving you a letter that says you can do a Google search. And at any time, if a company, as they did in my case, publishes something on the open internet, but later declares your access to it unauthorized because they think that you used it in a way that they didn't like to make fun of them, to issue comment and criticism, then you can be thrown in prison like me, or you can be sued. The CFAA is a civil as well as a criminal statute.
Weave is currently out on bail pending sentencing, which should be in about 90 days, and he is going to be appealing the convictions. But one thing I want to add is that what Weave did isn't really a hack, even though AT&T said they were malicious hackers. What essentially happened is Weave stumbled upon a URL, and by changing one of the digits at the end, it returned back someone's information, essentially information that was being leaked by AT&T. The interesting issue that these convictions are bringing to light is that companies or individuals can say that you're breaking the law or gaining unauthorized access to their server simply because you found a URL that links to it. And if a company is leaking someone's personal information, are they going to blame the people who find it instead of taking responsibility for it themselves? So we'll see where this all goes. So thanks for watching. Make sure to follow me on Twitter @TimCast and subscribe to my YouTube page for more videos. I will see you all later.